It's obvious the murder weapon was a sharp metal object. Was it? Sure it's not a dog? Sharp metal object. Do you have proof of that? Didn't you see the victim's wound? Worthless, prosecutor. The fatal blow was a stab to the throat. And the knife perfectly matches up with that. There can be no other explanations. Seems they don't know about that piece of information yet. Ha 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 ha. Nothing to say? Speechless, aren't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Right, next. There's plenty to move plenty more to my reasoning. However, the prison maintains strict control over potentially lethal items. Can I present this? The dog. God damn it. Never mind. It does, but whatever. Ah, is that right? Not Judge Courtney here. Also, you don't need to yell objection so loudly. Just showing evidence will suffice. You don't need to tell me that. You don't need to yell overruled either. Even with the strict control, there are still some items that could be used, right? Well, yeah. Things like grooming scissors. Of course, there's more to this, right, Sebastian? Exactly! At the time of the incident, only one was being borrowed. However, there was no reaction when we tested it for blood. Those would be the scissors Mr. Salt was practicing with. So the inside of the prison was completely clear of sharp implements. Wait. I mean, he carved these. There is sharp instruments here. Fuck. Can you be more specific about where it came from? Of course I can. It didn't come from inside the prison. You're trying to sound smart. Simon Keyes brought it in. That's what we mean. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you even figure that much out? I'm disappointed in you. And you've disappointed me from the start. So, Simon brought the murder weapon. But now you ask. No weapon was found at the crime scene, not even inside the chessboard. So where did the murder weapon disappear to? I'd like to hear your answer to that. Yeah, that's kind of important, actually. That's, well, after the crime, the culprit must have hidden it somewhere in the prison. Is there a problem with the statement the Best just made? Yeah, he just said there wasn't any. The murder weapon is hidden inside the prison? I don't think so. It's clear from this piece of evidence, which shows that the murder weapon can't be inside the prison. Roll call. Oh, there. Fuck. Whew, I'm so glad I fucking read that last note. Oh my god. Have you completely forgotten your own actions? You, along with Warden Roland, conducted a search of the prison. Ah, I wasn't paying attention. But you did not find the murder weapon, right? Oh. That's... Oh, we must have overlooked something. This guy just completely contradicted himself. You carried out such a sloppy investigation. I'm amazed that you call yourself the best. Are you mocking me? Sebastian. Huh? Please calm yourself. Don't get caught up in the opponent's pace. I'm fine, Justine. Did you really think the best prosecutor would be shaken by someone miles behind? Oh my god. I wish you'd stop messing around with other people's names. Oh, in that case, Cape Verde is far, far ahead. Oh my god. Kay, please stop. Kay, don't you get caught up in this too. Okay, I will teach you a lesson after this. Of why you shouldn't do that. Yes, if my best investigation didn't find anything, then there must not have been a single weapon in the prison. In that case, there's only one possibility. The criminal must have taken the murder weapon with him when he left the prison. So it's only natural we didn't find it here and here, there. Yeah, you can't because of the fucking metal detector, you absolute nimrod. There's no way the culprit could have brought the weapon out of the prison. And this piece of evidence shows why. Have you completely forgotten your own testimony? You? That's twice you've insulted me. Oh, seems you remember what I said earlier. Now you do well to remember further than that. What's that? This guy. He really doesn't remember anything. Seems that way. The detention center and the prison are equipped with security gates. Anyone leaving must pass through these gates. Gates equipped with metal detectors. Ah, that's what you... Looks like he remembers now. Yes. There's no way someone could have brought the murder weapon through those gates. And so the criminal could not have taken it out of the prison either. Ah. So then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, do you know where this murder weapon went to? Perhaps the weapon is still inside the prison. But we couldn't find it anywhere in the prison. The reason you didn't find it is because you believed in it to be a sharp metal object. We saw the very moment Mr. Knightley was attacked, after all. If you can say that much, then perhaps you could enlighten us. What would you say is the murder weapon in this case? Giant dog. In this piece of evidence, the murder weapon in this case became obvious. Here's a footage from a security camera. It shows one of the cells in the detention center. See it with your own eyes. I mean, to be fair, I can't tell fucking jack shit from that. It could have been anything. What? It can't be! Egad. This tape clearly shows the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. I believe this is a sufficient proof. Wouldn't you say? Indeed. This is vital evidence. Evidence they should have given us. Horace Knightley was killed in the detention center by that dog. After that, the body was moved into the prison workroom. Our witness claims to have seen the dog in the workroom when the body was found, gnawing on its neck. Of course, a dog couldn't have planned this crime on its own. However, there is someone who could have. Overruled! What do you mean, overruled? That's enough, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Judge Courtney. It's true that this camera footage is vital evidence. However, there is something else you must prove. Actually, you've already noticed it, haven't you? It's like, it's just as she says. There's still a huge flaw in my reasoning. That black dog is a prisoner's pet. How was it able to move between the detention center and the prison? Ah! What will we do, Mr. Edgeworth? I still don't know how the black dog managed to move from one place to another. I knew it. What? You're one to talk, you don't know it either. If you do not solve this mystery, I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic. If this was a real courtroom, I would call for a recess. What? Wait, I'm not finished yet. court has been adjourned. Leave at once. This isn't a courtroom. Well then, as I said, court is adjourned. I can prove my argument, but isn't it the same case with Mr. Keyes? Whatever do you mean? Just as I don't know how the dog entered the detention center. You also don't know how Simon Keyes entered the detention center and prison. Although he came to visit the victim, he was an outsider to the prison. Don't you think it would be difficult for him to commit a crime inside the prison? Judge Courtney, now the burden of proof lies with you. Show us evidence that Simon Keyes entered the prison. Fuck you. Huh. You want me to present evidence? I'm happy to oblige. What? Does she really have evidence? It's about time I told you. Now that I know the basis of your reasoning, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what is she thinking? It seems you don't even know Simon Keyes' real occupation. He is a circus performer. Circus performer? Yes. Have you ever heard of the Very Big Circus? Yes. Circus. Ah! Flashback. But of course, yesterday was a day that I wouldn't have missed for the world. Wouldn't have missed for the world. To have some kind of important meeting. Oh, heavens, no, I despise meetings. It was the animal show, of course. Seems you've realized. On the day of the incident, the animal show was being performed in the prison. And the show was put on the Very Big Circus. So then, do you mean Simon is... Simon Keyes entered the prison as a staff member of the animal show? That we know for a fact. No. This woman, she's been concealing this fact the whole time. Why is she smarter than the best? She's only planned to reveal it after hearing my reasoning. Come to think of it. What are you doing, Justine? Don't butt in like that. Pardon me, Sebastian. Yes, your words are on the suspect are very interesting. However, shouldn't you get to the best part of it? Mr. DeBest was going to say it then, but she stopped him. Ha ha ha! How do you like that, worthless prosecutor? You didn't do anything. Well then, no, it really is time for a recess. I'll end with some advice. I'd already doubted your abilities as a prosecutor. Now I have no doubt. You are trash. Thank you. Have a nice day. Which is why I relieved you of your authority. You'd best not forget it. What are you trying to say? The PIC can still take away your badge. If you value your badge, I'd advise you to not show your face before me again. What if you show me and come to me? Is that a threat? The goddess of law is merciful, but that doesn't mean you can get away with everything. And one more thing, I must digress. I suggest you stop with the Defense Attorney Act. It's none of your concern. I don't intend to abandon a case I am involved in so easily. For defense attorneys, a relationship of mutual trust with their clients is vital. It is very different from the way of the prosecutor. In any case, you didn't even know about your client's occupation. Well then, I must be going. May the blessings of the goddess of law be upon you. Don't fucking tip your hat to her, dude. What the fuck's wrong with you? Did Simone lie to us? I don't think he necessarily lied. Well, one, you didn't really, like, ask him what his fucking occupation was for like, one thing. But I don't think he necessarily, like... You'd have to be really stupid to think he killed him. is all I'll say with that. But at the same time, he's not going to want to say, oh yeah, I was here on the day of the murder, you know. Because then it just makes him look more guilty. Because then it's like, well, you were here. Why isn't it you? Type shit. Seems he lied to Uncle Ray, too. This complicates matters. Why'd he do that? Hey, Miles. Don't tell me you've got cold feet already. Courtney Pie is quite a handful. But giving up is still uncool. She's not even that cute, dude. Kay is the cutie pie. A defense attorney's creed is never give up. Remember? You're my assistant. Of course, I don't plan on giving up either. It's just, my theory that he couldn't enter the prison no longer holds. Looks like we'll have to investigate once more. Yeah, it's just fucking more work. Save. March 28th. Why did you not mention that beforehand? No, but I did. Oh, what didn't I mention? Do you remember a very big circus? No, it's just that, you know, I can't call myself a member yet. I'm just a new recruit. Regardless, that still makes you a member. Edgeworth. So why didn't you tell us that before? If I told you I was part of the circus, it would have made me look suspicious, right? Hey, look, he told you. Since I was a new nightly and all that, I didn't think anyone would believe what I had to say. Not even you guys, Gay. Didn't we promise to believe in you? You mistrusted us. But, Mr. Edgeworth, you're just kind of scary. Man, you're just terrible at getting info from people. Aren't you, Miles? Fuck you, you piece of shit. That's none of your concern. Looks like we need to have a talk with them again. So, what did you do in the circus, Simon? I guess you could say I'm a wild animal tamer. I'm still just an apprentice, though. Wow, that's incredible. You command lions and tigers to do your bidding, right? No, nothing crazy like that. No way, no way, no way. My partner's this guy, right here. And that makes you a wild animal tamer? He's more like an organ grinder than an animal tamer. Hey, monkey, cut that out. He can be quite a handful sometimes. What the fuck? The monkey's the real killer. I thought organ grinders controlled their monkeys, not the other way around. Yesterday you told us you were just a regular employee, correct? Even if I'm a member of the circus, I'm still legally an employee. We're just like any regular company. The ringleader is the boss, and I'm just a grunt. I even have a supervisor. She's the head of the wild animal tamer division. No matter what kind of fierce creature, they'll immediately follow her every command. That actually could be helpful. She might even be able to get a handle on Miles here. You dog. I am not a wild animal. Did you and your supervisor take part in the animal show here at the prison? Yeah, it was just us two. It was only a small operation this time around. Basically, I'm a supervisor. My supervisor takes center stage and I take on all the dirty work. Like? Well, I did have a tiny part in the performance. So there are only 2 members of the circus that are related to this case. Can you actually tell me about this chessboard? Natalie loved chess. We would always play against each other. If only I hadn't brought that to him. Probably wouldn't have turned out like this. I'm not so sure. To me, it's the proof of the friendship between you and the victim. I doubt it had anything to do with the murder. Really? I can't take it anymore. Just arrest me already. Haven't they already done that? I thought he was gonna say if there was like a thing in there or not. There's nothing else there that I can like present that I can think of right now. So can you tell me about your movements around the prison? Okay. I went to meet Knightley 2 days ago around noon. And that's when you gave him the chessboard? That's right. And then that night, I started setting up the stage in the courtyard. It was pretty tough going back and forth moving all the crates by myself. I left everything in. Workroom A, I think. Just temporary storage. Oh, fucking course. Workroom A. That's where the body was discovered. Why did you have to say workroom A? You fucking... Ugh. Didn't your supervisor help you at all? No way! I can't let her do anything like that. That's my job. After I got everything ready, we started rehearsing. When we left it was almost midnight. The show was set to start at 8 a.m. the next day and go until 10 a.m. The only one who went in and out of where the body was found was Mr. Keys. And then the body was found just before the show ended. Do you happen to know why you were arrested? It's weird how it happened so fast. I didn't think that the pest guy would just have you arrested on a whim. I wouldn't put it past him, though. Well, maybe it's because of that. When I was moving the crates, I decided to go check on him. You know, Knightley. You went directly into the detention block? Did you have permission? No. I had to sneak in. It wasn't a formal visit or anything. You... Why? Why? Didn't you already see him 2 days ago? Why would you go and do such a thing? Well, we're the only friends either of us has had since childhood. So? He was the same as me. We never had real families. I just wanted to talk with him for a bit, so I went to see him. You didn't have a family? When I was younger, I lost the only family I had, my father. So, is that it? I know all too well how that feels to lose your father at a young age. So you're the same as Mr. Edgeworth and me? So it was just the two of you talking at that time? Yeah. All the other cells were empty, and there weren't any guards nearby either. But then you got found out, and that's why they suspected you. What? What? Did I do something really bad? Something must have happened while Mr. Keys and Knightley were alone. That's probably the best logic. It seems we'll need to talk with your supervisor as well. She should be here today, too. Probably in the courtyard. Uh-oh. I'm sorry it turned out like this, boss. Simon, if there's anything we can do to help, just tell us. What? What? I can't do anything in return. Don't you worry about that. We're your allies. That's because we're like birds of a feather, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Birds of a feather, huh? I suppose that's true. We have sufficient information about your past. I doubt you had a motive to kill Knightley. Rather, you're probably the most affected by his death. And I doubt someone as timid as you could work up the courage to murder someone. Alright, I'll let you get out of here. We'll believe in you. Please stop clapping. Well, what do we have here? Starting to get a hang of the whole defense attorney gig? You sounded a bit like your old man just now. Who asked? Me? Sound like my father. You would say the defense attorney's job is to ally, to the deserter. If you're gonna ride that stallion into the sunrise, wait for me. I want in too. Mr. Shields. I think you mean sunset. Yeah, of course. It's just a joke. Want some candy? No, thank you. I don't like sweets. Oh, really? What a shame. What's wrong with the sunrise? The legendary Great Thief is all about the sun, since the sunlight always exposes the truth. Good grief. For now, let's just head to the prison courtyard and see what we can find there. I love Kay. Ah, the shutter is open. Yes, it looks like that way leads to the courtyard. I feel like they went like the roundabout way. And didn't go through that main door. So what are we waiting for? Come on, let's get a move on. She's certainly in high spirits. That's what I like about her. An excitable K is the best kind of K. 337 Prison Courtyard. So this is the courtyard. Just before the body was discovered, the animal show was held here. It looks just like a carnival, man. Man, I bet it was lots of fun. The prisoners were gathered and wait here when the body was found. So that means whoever saw the show has an alibi. We should start by checking the area for... Ah! Okay. Cut it out! You... Help me, Mr. Edgeworth! You there, stop right this instant. Amazing. How... Okay. How? 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 Someone help me! Down! Astique, down! Oh god, I don't know what she looks like, so I don't know. Who are... Oh, hello? Yo, wait, is it just her? Oh my god. I don't remember her name. Oh god. Fuck. Looks like you found a new playmate. Good for you, Astique.